All right, so here is this custom saber, and it's got a custom made pommel that gives the proper weight for balance. It puts the balance point right about here, even with the electronics in the blade. The pommel is made of 4140 steel, which has been nickel plated for durability and to maintain a beautiful look. It's got an integrated kill switch in the pommel, so when you remove the pommel, it will disable the saber. So if you need to transport it or anything like that, you can remove the pommel entirely. It spins off really easily. Inside there is the speaker module and also the kill switch module, which connects into these plates right here. It's got a removable grip sleeve on the bottom. That's actually how you access the lower grips. So to do that, you would start by removing this side with a 2mm Allen key. And this one's pointed, you'll notice, and that fits into a specific milled spot for that piece. The other side is a little longer. It goes down to the saber. So we're gonna go and reverse this when we put it back together. The only reason you'd need to get in here is for some reason you needed to replace the battery. Really unlikely that you would need to do that. You could just charge it directly from the saber through the USB. And then the other thing is for programming, you need to get in there. So there is a little bit of specific nylon tape that keeps this from rattling around inside there in the grip. So I'll pull that off. And then we can remove the lower grip, just like this. And that slides off to reveal all of the electronics. So really no reason to be taking any of the rest of this apart because there's a lot of sensitive wiring in there. But from inside here, you can see this USB type B. This is a micro USB, and so if you have a data cable, you can connect this to do customization and programming. There's lots of videos out there. I can offer some support as well. And then if you push right here, you can pop the battery out just enough to just pull that out. This is an 18650 battery. It's the 15 amp continuous discharge current, which means that it can handle the Tri-core blade that I use, which has 3 pixel strips in it. Super bright. You can see the USB-C, or sorry, the SD card from underneath here. And so to get that out, you can just kind of slide it out. Just know that if you connect this into your computer, you need to always properly dismount this. I know they say that on some things, but these particular cards will get corrupted if you just yank them out. So never pull this out without first safely removing the hardware in the system, in the software, before you pull it out. But this actually has all of the fonts, the sound fonts, some additional files on there. Anything that was printed out with the saber is also on here. So that's, to put that back in, you just kind of slip it underneath there. I kind of put my finger right there just to get it going in the right direction. Never force it, and it'll just seat in there nicely, and then you know you have it in there. So that's it on the inside. The top of the button cell right there goes towards the top of the saber. So we put that in there, negatives down here, positives up there, and just push it in the rest of the way. Then you can slide your grip back on, and you might just need to push down just a little bit just to make sure you get in there. Push all the way up against the threads, and then gently turn it all the way up to full tightness. Okay, so that's on. And then we'll take our grip, and I'll start on the back where that hole is. Same on this side, the bigger opening on the grip sleeve, and just gently slide that over that nylon tape and line it up with that hole. And then you can start that, this again, the longer one, and screw that in. It'll get in both the grip sleeve and the main grip. And you just go just below the surface like that. Then you can flip that over, take your pointed one, and this is the one that's going to line up with that hole on the other side. and this will lock everything into place. So we'll just tighten that one down. You really don't have to yank on this, just a little tight. I mean, it will really hold in just as long as it's just below the surface. It's really strong, not moving anywhere. So that's in. Then again, the pommel, we'll slide this on here. Just make sure you get it started. You might have to turn it back and forth until you line up with the threads. You kind of hear it pop into place. There it is. And then you're going to see it turn on with that kill key. There we go, we're powered in. Now it knows it has no blade, so if I power it up right now, it does power up, but it's got like a lower brightness that turns on there. That's just kind of a safety feature. And there's only one font on this. So when you're in there. Now, when we insert a blade, it knows this. So you're gonna take the blade, it's got this, this ring here that lines up with the pixel. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's these little pins on the inside, those pogo pins, and that just gently sits on there. And as soon as you put that in there, it knows that the blade's in there. And you just kind of rest it on those pins. You don't have to push it down in there super hard. Just make sure you have good contact. Lightly tighten each one of these 3 screws right here. Again, don't have to crank them down super tight, but once I get all 3 of them kind of where I want them, then I'll give them one more kind of 1/8 of a turn, maybe 1/4 of a turn, like that. And so that is in there really good, nice and strong. And then of course you've got all sorts of gesture controls. You can look through the instructions, it'll walk you through that, but you can do a twist on like this and that'll power up, right? And you can see this is super bright. Even though I'm in a lit room, you can still see that color just coming right through. But you can change through the fonts, and notice that the pixel button changes colors with what font you're going to be on. So that's in there, just super bright. And obviously if I clash up against another saber, it knows that. I can do things like lightning block, just lots of cool features that are in here. Very responsive when you're moving it around. And again, that weighted pommel gives you a nice balanced grip. I've got my longer test blade in here, but with the blade that's specifically designed for this, that's really good for swings and all of that, it'll well balance right about in here, which is what you want. You want it to feel really comfortable in the hand with kind of a spinning position up here. So that is the basics of the Saber. It does have onboard charging protection, and so when you plug in a USB-C here, it'll charge it. It's limited to 1 amp, so it really won't pull any more than that current. So it doesn't particularly matter what kind of connector brick you plug your USB-C into, but generally just a 1 amp USB brick is best, just a simple one, so you're not trying to give it more current than it needs. And other than that, if you have any questions, you can email me. It's on the pages. Again, there's files in there. If you lose the papers, they're on the SD card. You can pull that out and read them. And hope you enjoy your Saber.